Hi guys, my name is Apoorv and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be discussing something about number system and a bit of bit manipulation. Okay, so let's say when I say that there's a number called 22, right? So what do you understand by it? I mean, just think for a while and try to answer this question, right? So yeah, basically, let's go back into the era where number system wasn't there, right? So how those people used to count? Let's say we have our fingers, right? That from we have 5 fingers, right? So maximum 2 hands if we are humans. So maximum counting, let's say those people can do was up till 10. So how those people used to keep a track of count? Let's say they wanted to count how many apples they got from the forest or something. So how do you used to count? So the basic idea of number system is, let me explain you with an example, right? So yeah, let's say we have boxes, right? Or you may call it as apples also. Although they are not looking as apples, but yeah, you may think of them as an apples. These apples are got by people of those era from the forest, right? Yeah. So basically, let's say there are 22 apples. This we know that there are 22 apples because we are humans and like we have already advanced so much that we know number system. So let's say those people who didn't knew number system, how would they count, right? So as I said that they had, let's say they had 10 fingers. So maximum they can count it till 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on till 10, right? So what those people used to do is, let's say they say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, this is 9 and this is 10, right? So they group this one as one unit and they call it as one big box. Let's say one big box. Okay, now again they start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again they group this unit as 1 and they again call it as one big box. Now they keep on doing until they get something which they can count manually, right? Let's say they group these two units as one big boxes, and then how much is left? Only two boxes. They can count it manually using two fingers, right? So they just name it as 1 and 2. So what they do is they say two small boxes. Okay. So if you look at it carefully, these are two big boxes plus two small boxes. Now when I say two big boxes, so how many fingers did they use? Or you can say how many unique symbols did they use to count those 10 apples, right? It's 10 only because they had 10 fingers. So you can say 2 into number of symbols or fingers, whatever we say. Since we are referring to fingers, so we can say 10 fingers plus 2. So 2 into 10 plus 2, that's how we got 22. Isn't it fascinating? For me, it was quite fascinating when I looked at from this perspective some time back, right? Yeah. So this is how the number system was originated. You can say that this is how the number system was originated, roughly. If not exactly, let's say roughly. Right? So we can conclude this is how number system would have came into existence. Right. So now we have something related to numbers. Now we have some idea, right, of how number system would have been originated or something of that sort. So now let's look at what is a formal definition or day-to-day definition that we use of number system. So if we say number system, what do we mean by it? So basically, number system is consisting of two things. Number one, set of unique symbols. Number two, base. We say, right, that in a day-to-day talk we say that this number is a binary number with base 2, because since it's binary, so base 2. We say that this is a decimal number, so base 10. So now we look into it in great detail. Okay, so basically set of unique symbol and base. Got it? So as we had encountered many numbers system before, like binary number system example, there is a binary number system which has base 2. There is a decimal number system which has base 10, and so on and so forth, right? We have many number systems that are present in the current world, right? So now you can ask me, how can you say that this is a base 2 or this is a base 3? So just for the sake of simplicity, we can say that whatever number of unique elements are there in that number system, you can just directly refer that this is the base of it. So let's say binary numbers have only two unique symbols, that is zeros and ones, right? So how many? 2. So that's why base 2, right? Decimal number system has how many? 10 unique symbols, 0 to 9, right? So that's why it's the number of unique symbols that we can have is 10. So that's why we refer it to as base 10. Clear? I hope the logic is pretty clear with you. And yeah, so now what we'll start is, okay, see, actually there are many things which we can go deep down into it, but since we are into coding and interview preparation stuff, so we'll only look into the stuff which is actually needed, right? So let's get started to it. So you know that every number can be represented in terms of bits, right? Let's say we have a number 5. So if you want to represent, because since computer only understands bits, zeros and ones, right? So every number has to be represented in the form of bit. And let's take an example of an integer, right? We know that integer has 32 bits, right? So let's take an example of an integer. Example integer is 24. So what would be the binary representation of it? So the best way to get the binary representation of it is, see, it comes by practice. If you know that 16 plus 8 is 24, then you can directly do it. But otherwise, generally what you do is you just write 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, so on and so forth, right? So basically you know that 16 plus 8 is 24. So what you do is you just write 1, 1 over here, rest of all the bits would be 0. Let's say it is a 32-bit integer, so on and so forth, right? So this is a binary representation of 24, right? So now since we have discussed the binary representation, let's discuss some of the binary operations also. Right, there is something called as ones complement. Ones complement. So basically ones complement is nothing but flipping all the bits. Whatever is 1, make it 0. Whatever is 0, make it to 1. That's it. Let's say this number is a 32-bit number, right? So from the starting, just make it 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, whatever it is. I mean, I'm not counting how many bits I am doing. Just replace these two with zeros and again 1, 1, 1. This would be ones complement of 24. Now, what is a 2's complement of it? 2's complement is nothing but 1's complement plus 1. 1's complement plus 1. So basically if someone asks you how to calculate the 2's complement, just simply say that reverse all the bits, add 1 to it, you'll get 2's complement. That's it, right? So till here it was a theoretical concept which is needed, right? Now coming to the main stuff that will help you solve lot many problem solving questions related to bit manipulation, number system, etc. So let's say we have two A and B, right? It is 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1. See, initially you may seem that it is very basic, right? It may seem very basic to you, but it is actually needed. That's why I'm telling you, because like I have seen a lot of question asked in the interview process of Google, Amazon, Facebook, and all. Like I have gone through lot many interview experiences, and like, so I know that these are the very important concepts. That's why I'm teaching you from basics, right? Okay, so let's say we have something called as AND. I'm explaining you with the help of table only. Just so basically, AND, what does AND operator do? AND operator is something which just says that if both of the inputs are 1, then only make it 1, otherwise 0, right? So 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1. Now what does OR operator do? This is OR operator, this is AND, this is OR. This is logical AND, not bitwise. Sorry, this is bitwise AND, not logical. Sorry, I made a mistake. Yeah. So what does OR operator says? OR operator just says that if if any one of the bit is 1, just make it 1. If both of them is 0, then only make it 0. So here it is 0 1 1 1. Now coming to the most important operator that we will be using most frequently in our coding questions, that is XOR operator. Some people call it as XOR, but it's XOR operator. What does it says? It says that if both of the inputs are same, then make it as 0, and make sure that they are 1, right? Then only make it as if both of the inputs are 1, then make it as 0. Else if any one of the input is 1 or 0, make it as 1. You'll see how I am trying. 0 0 is 0, 0 1 is 1, 1 0 is 1, 1 1 is 0. Right, now we have something called as negation operator, that is not operator, which just flips a bit. For let's say not A is 1 1 0 0. That's it. That's it. Only this was a theory which was needed for understanding the basics of bit manipulation. Now coming to the I'll be explaining few problems in the video itself, right? So that you will get a better picture of it, or let's make a different video for that, right? To check nth bit or something of that sort. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you like the content, and if you like the content, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and do share it with your friends, and let me know your feedbacks in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to see your feedback, whether positive or negative. And if you have any kind of doubt, do post it in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And that's it. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy. So bye bye.